I guess that's everyone, I guess. Anyone else joining?
Oh, wait! Don't forget about us! We like to come too!
Yeah, don't leave us alone!
Right, so you guys are coming along. Anyway, Woody, do you want to count, of course, who's gonna come along? Of course, obviously it'll be you, me, Donkey, Mario, SpongeBob, Patrick, Yellowtoad, Toadette, Taz, Sylvester, and Tweety. And I guess that'll be all, am I right?
Yeah, I'm ready! Let's go! Go SpongeBob, go Self!
Yeah, you heard what he said! Let's boogie! Ow!
Alrighty, partners, let's get inside the car. Yay!
Can someone pick me up, please? What? Ow! Did someone say something?
What? Donkey, we're going to the sleepover. Yeah, everyone's way in the car. Come on, hurry up before it gets too late.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're going. Anyway, did I hurt anybody?
Ugh, you hurt my tiny little ding-dong show.
Oh, this is why you're gonna remain single for the rest of your life. Come on, let's party!
Maybe if I wore myself a fanny pack, maybe people would like me.
Ah, poor Yellowtoad. Still didn't hit puberty yet. Yeah, anyway, do you got your stuff ready? Yup, let's get going.
And what do you think you're going?
We're going off to the sleepover, remember? And whoa, what's with the huge wall behind ya?
Oh, you didn't recognize that in the background? Daffy, you remember when you were calling everyone to come over at the house for this sleepover plan? I just called up the Mario Bros so they could just fix this new wall so we can have, like, you know, a new room here.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was too busy doing my errands. You don't even do errands. You don't even have a wallet. You had to spoil the truth, huh, Woody?
Anyway, Doc, before you go, there's something that I had to show you very important.
How important is it, Bugs? Yeah, are you finally gonna move out the house and go back to the forest?
No, it's something very serious. You should come along in the room with me.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's over there at the computer if you see it for yourself.
Is it really that bad?
You'll see what I mean. I'm just gonna go help Lola out.
Woody, did you understand what he's trying to say? No, he's not being Pacific. He decided to just warn us and then he just went off back and just left us behind. Oh, maybe he's talking about the blanket. Hey, I didn't notice that. That's pretty neat. Hey, what are you? It's you and, of course, him, and not me. Well, you know, Daffy, just to let you know, you're not a Pixar character, and it's always been Woody and Buzz ever since 1995 when we first started the first Toy Story movie. But hey, this is a pretty cool and sweet blanket, and hey, I like that my face is there, and it has both our names on top.
If it was Woody and Daffy Duck, that would be so much better.
Daffy, if we choose another character that is not Disney or Pixar, if you would consider a Warner Brothers cartoon, they would sue us and eventually have to go over lawsuits.
It was just an idea, alright? We can even sell our own merchandise if we can without any copyright issues.
Sorry, Daffy, that's how business goes.
Anyway, this is a really nice blanket, even though Buzz has his upside down 6, but of course that makes him look ugly. But what's so bad about a blanket? Bugs has gone completely nuts.
You sure it's not the nice cold beer that he always keeps on drinking in front of his wife?
Or the fact he just became from Bugs Bunny to Drugs Bunny, if you remember when we time traveled to the future.
Yeah, and wait, there's a laptop over there, and someone forgot to shut it off.
Well, it better not be Taz, it's because he better not steal my Amazon gift cards that I got exclusively during in the emails.
Huh, it must be a Gmail.
Is it from Steve from Blue's Clues? If it is, then I'm gonna be annoyed.
No, Daffy, this has been made from November 12th.
Hey, isn't that the creator's birthday?
Yeah, it was. That's kind of the reasons why that he's a little bit left behind on this channel.
That makes sense. Upcoming changes to kids' content on YouTube.com.
Well, what is that supposed to mean? Let's go read ahead, shall we? No, regardless of your location, all creators are legally required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act and other laws.
Starting today, all creators are required to indicate when their content is made for kids. Wait, what? But, well, they made YouTube Kids app for a reason. It's a website and it's an app for kids, and now you're telling me they're still continuing with this issue?
I guess it is, Daffy, especially for some of the content that are technically intended for children, but put immature content. Super Mario Logan.
We shall not speak of that channel. But let's just continue reading.
So, to help you do this, we're gonna write a new audience setting on YouTube Studio.
We also have a machine to help us identify kids' content, so don't be alarmed if your audience has already been set for you for YouTube. We have never got the option. We just read this for the very first time.
just calm down, Daffy, and just let me read along. You should still review your videos and make sure the audience settings are correct in all the content of your channel. If you need help determining whether or not your content is made for kids, see our help presenter content results. Starting January. Wait a minute. That was the month when this channel was born, back in January of 2016. And it's about to be marking 4 years? Anyway, go ahead reading for this, because I'm not liking the sound of this. Very well. We limit the data we'll collect for made-for-kids content to comply with the law. The law? So are you telling me this has to do something with the law? What it just says? We have no lawyers for it. Who is a horse to move that majorly just made all this nonsense? Well, let me just read along. This means we'll start disabling features like comments, notifications, and others. Okay, I'm not liking the sound of this. This is going a little too far. You may see some small changes before as we see the experiment to refine our systems over the next few months. These tests will find us potential issues and fix them before times grow broadly practice for platform changes. Ugh, you know what, Daffy? I definitely agree with you. I'm not liking this. Look, there's a little bit more information. Let me just go down. More information to get you started with YouTube Studio updates. To bulk up the update of existing videos and develop for future uploads. And the channel level setting, go to settings, channel and events, yada yada yada, the best option. You just said that before. So, if some of the videos don't align with your channel leveling setting, you can select a different setting at the video level, go to videos. For even creators who don't make kids, of course, should their intended audience is not made for kids at this channel level, this will help assure of automated systems of making the right decisions for your videos. For your videos with an audience setting made for kids with personal... So you're not gonna get advertisements? Look, I get it. Not everyone's a huge fan of advertisements, but for most YouTubers, it's a good thing for them because that's how they usually get paid. I mean, don't get us wrong, Daffy. We do get ourselves some ads, but we're not doing this for the money. We're just doing it just to make a living. That's why we treat the channel of between you and me, Woody and Daffy Duck, as a business and a hobby. So I don't know why they want to do this and restrict all the comments and the notifications just because it's considered made for kids content. I mean, yes, I agree. We're Plush videos. What does it attract? Kids, and so I obviously know. But the thing is, our channel is not just made for preschoolers. It's not like, hello kids, I'm Daffy Duck. Let me make sure you should clap your hands, wash your hands, and make sure you don't fight, of course, be each other's friends. We're not the type with the preschooler shows on Disney Junior or Nick Jr. or any of the preschool shows. I completely understand, Daffy. What you're trying to say is, it's meant for everyone. Exactly, Woody. I mean, I consider our content a little bit PG-13-ish. It's not as rated R like Super Mario Logan, but it's not like kid, super family-friendly because, no, get me wrong, Woody. We're kind of like SpongeBob if you think about it. Sure, it is, of course, a story and of course a show that's basically centered around animated fluent characters that attracts kids, but there is some content and there are some themes and some humor that attracts to the older audience, like for an instance, like some of the parts where I say words like and then eventually we just censor them. We don't really like say them out loud because it'll be a bad example to children. Yeah, I completely understand, Daffy, and of course I think I had to blame this. Like, who is it? You know what? It's showing us right here that they're gonna have our limits, like no comments, just because it's made for kids. We made this for everyone, and that's why I just say this like it's more for the majority of the audience. I mean, don't get us wrong, Daffy. Most of the majority of our fan base are both kids and teenagers, but the saddest thing is, like, the general public doesn't even care about plush YouTubers anymore. Yep, you're absolutely right. It's all about Super Mario Logan, Super Mario Logan, Super Mario Logan. But seriously, the one of the things, like, even though, way before you eventually move into my house in April 2016, I just remember the fact that I just know that the plush community was just slowly dying if you think about it. Most people are usually just quitting plush videos just because they're no longer interested anymore. And the saddest thing is, most YouTubers usually just quit just because they just don't take plush videos seriously anymore. Either they lost their interest in making plush videos, or they think it's too childish, or they can't stand the criticism and the drama. And that's how I know for sure most of the good plush YouTubers, some of them are still out there like Cute Mario Bros or Mario Wario, but the thing is, they're just going slow on their channel because, well, you know, it's eventually growing up. And that's exactly how I feel, and that's how I see that from Andy when he decided to drop me off at Bonnie's house at the end of Toy Story 3, because he was so sad that I was like his childhood, of course, buddy that's been here ever since when he was young, and now it was so sad that he has to let me go because he's eventually going to grow up and move on to his life. And that's why most of these other plush YouTubers who quit their content, and that's what they're doing. Are we gonna do the same thing? I don't think so, Daffy, because I'm not gonna quit. No matter what YouTube has to do with our channel, I'm not gonna quit on this. It's your loss and your risk, Sheriff. Is this change global? Let's go ahead and find out.
These changes will address all about the U.S. Federal Trade Commission regarding our clients of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA.
That sounds like a lame name. COPPA is a U.S. law we are making to data practices globally. This approach assures a compliance with COPPA. Requirements may be sure outside the law of the United States. Important now to creators. Creators need to consider these actionable legal obligations while evaluating whether their content is maybe made for kids, or including how, of course, the age of the kids define their country. You know what? So this has to be under the law restrictions. What happened? Well, very recently, YouTube, of course, have been paying a lawsuit for over $170 million, and that's how eventually they have issues with YouTube, and that's why COPPA decided to make this new law. So it isn't really YouTube's fault. It's basically COPPA's fault that eventually just want to make restrictions for what is safe for the content. Look, I don't want to be, of course, be such a sourpuss or anything, but this is just total garbage. But the thing is, it's not the content creator's fault that we're showing something inappropriate from the kids, and it's not the kids' fault because they're innocent. I have to say it's the parents,
and I definitely see why. Could you please tell me the explanation, even though I already know the answer?
Yes, it's because most of these parents, if they're really concerned about what their children is watching, should they be, I don't know, supervising, of course, being caring about your children's content as well? And that's why they have YouTube Kids. It's an app for children. It's just that back in the days when YouTube basically is meant for every audience, you could upload any single content you want, but for right now, YouTube itself is making restrictions. So it's kind of like saying YouTube is becoming the parent himself by not letting us have our own creative freedom or whatever we want to do in our channel. Now, don't get us wrong, we are trying to do our best to make please all the general audiences, but if we have to make a choice that's only intended for kids with no more comments and no more notifications, I cannot accept that.
Well, if that's the only way to keep our channel alive, then I guess we have no choice but to do that.
But I'm gonna miss the comments. The one thing I love about the comments is the fans. They basically have a lot of positive things they have to say, and I just love reading their comments, their fan requests. And now, that's gonna be gone if we have to set our channel in January 2020. What a great way to celebrate our 4-year anniversary on the channel.
And yeah, that's going to be the sad thing. The sad thing is there's going to be no more notifications, so that means people who are subscribed to our channel, it's still going to be subscribed to, but there will no longer be notified. There will be no more saved playlists, and there will be no more community tabs. We always post community tabs, even though we don't have a social media like Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter or any of that. That's the closest thing for our audience to get closer to what they have to follow.
Then maybe we should do that. If this happens in our channel, then we need to have our no social media account so we can let our fans know that we upload a new video since they can't receive one, since we are, of course, have the choice to choose if it's made for kids or not, even though it's not intendedly. I just can't take this anymore.
Anyway, how would YouTube identify kids' content on YouTube.com?
That's why I want to know, what will happen if we choose the other choice?
Let's see. Creators will be required to tell us in the studio if whether content falls into the kids category, and to the machine that learns us helping define kids. Some examples will be, of course, include videos that have emphasis on kids' characters, themes, toys, or games. And now we're still recommended to use YouTube Kids if they're playing. What? So you're telling me that you're still going to use YouTube Kids, but the YouTube channel itself, that you're still going to use the categorize of kids, toys, and games? And I just don't like this at all.
You know what? I think there's a link to it. You want to go?
Sure, let me just go click on it. Well, here it is. Here's all the information we need. If we provide some guidance on considered made for kids below, we cannot provide legal advice. So you're telling me if we try to set a Gmail, just in case if we're saying we're not really, of course, we're toys, yes, that attracts children, but the video itself is not, of course, supposed to be intended for kids, but we can't put out any legal advice? That's just a total bummer. This is just total nonsense.
You got my words out of my mouth, Woody.
If you're unsure whether your videos met the standard, you have to see with a legal counsel. According to FTC's guidance on COPPA, a video is child is direct what we call made for kids.
I like that they have to code it made for kids. Children are the primary audience by the base factors described below. Children are not the primary audience, but the video is directed to children based on the factors below. So technically, if there's something it's a little bit mature, if we have dark themes into it, or a little bit of violence, or a little bit of inappropriate jokes, and then they said, it's still considered for kids, and then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Well, it's pretty much up to them. If we decide our channel, or if we decide it's not made for kids, these are the factors. Subject matter of educational content of preschoolers.
Yeah, basically we teach everything about the alphabet in this channel. This is a kids content. So, whether the children are intended or your actual audience, I already said this before, the majority of them are both kids and teenagers. Some young adults do watch, but the majority are teenagers and kids, which is our main demographic audience. Whether the video includes child actors or models, we don't even include, like, actual human kids in our show, so that's not going to be a problem. But here, right here, this is what it says, Daffy. This is the biggest problem. Whether a video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeals to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. Just to be clear, look at me, Daffy. What am I? A toy? Exactly. I am a cowboy toy from the movie Toy Story, and you are a cartoon character who is Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes. And what, of course, type of audience watch Toy Story and Looney Tunes? Kids. Exactly. So that's not gonna be fair. Basically, you, a cowboy doll, and me, and talking animated and talking duck is still gonna be under the laws of these restrictions? Alright, this is just being so unfair. They're taking this way too far for sure. Whether the video includes activities such as play acting. Wait, are we considered play acting? Well, we're considered toys, and this is a Plush channel, and we do roleplay, so I think that's a sign of that. Simple songs or games are early. Wait a minute, games? Oh no, I'm gonna feel bad for the gaming community too. So basically, this will impact all the gamers too. It might impact on you too. Yes, I'm talking to you, the viewer. Depending how much, of course, Plush videos or monetization that you get, YouTube's gonna take that away and they basically gonna kill your channel. You know what, Daffy? I guess you're right. The Plush community is dying, and I think 2020 is going to be the death of some of the YouTube communities. It's not the fact that YouTube is just taking away the features that made most of the content creators like us great. The fact is, they're just killing just YouTube as a whole. Yeah, do we have to move to another platform if that happens? If so, then we have to. Maybe we'll have to use Dailymotion, or maybe we should make our own website. I'm not saying we will confirm, but hypothetically speaking, if anything bad happens to this channel, we're gonna download every single video from our YouTube channel, put them in a save file, and then download them and of course post them in a different source of a website, either Dailymotion. What about Amazon Tube? Does that exist yet? No, but I heard Amazon's gonna do that. Hopefully they don't have that much restrictions as YouTube is. But other than that, I'm just very disappointed in this. Yeah, me too. So basically, goodbye stories, goodbye comments, goodbye community tabs, and goodbye notification bell. And no save playlist or save, of course, watch to later. So basically, they don't want to advertise our channel anymore. They're going to take the monetization. So that means we're going to be living in the streets. We're going to be living in the borough, kind of like what Bugs Bunny is. Yeah, that's what I just don't like. But my question is, what happens if we lie to them by saying, no, our channel's not made for kids? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it literally says it right down here. These changes are required as a settlement by the FTC, and of course, the NY Attorney General will help you comply with children's online... The COPPA, of course, we have to say that word for short. Regardless of your location, we require you to make videos are for kids. If you fail set your audience accurately, it may face compilations and issues, and it might take down your YouTube channel. So if we lie to them by saying, like, oh, our channel's not for kids, but set around kids like toys, anime characters, video games attract to children, then we're gonna, of course... Our channel's gonna be going downhill. It probably might be gone. Yeah, basically like Avengers Infinity War. YouTube is just gonna snap its fingers and, of course, fade all the content characters into ash. And, Mr. Sheriff, I don't feel so good. Oh, brother, get up, Daffy. Don't be over dramatic. I am not being over dramatic. I'm just very mad about all this new YouTube policy change. Like, it don't really take me off. It's really driving me crazy. Yeah, yep, me too. So... since, of course, if we set our videos correctly, what's gonna happen that? Like, that's what I want to know. Unfortunately, they're unable to provide any guidance if you're accurately set your audience, but the FTC has sent your guidance that means child directed. That means the FTC is considering various updates to COPPA, which means including providing more guidance on the issue. But the question is, since they're going to delete the features of course, the comments and the subscriptions and the notifications, the question is, how are we going to promote our channel right now? Like I said, either to a social media platform. Heck, we can even do Hangouts, but I heard that Google Hangouts is going to be shut down in 2020. See, this is why I just don't understand why I don't like the new changes what Google and YouTube's doing. They're shutting down Google Hangouts in 2020. They're making the changes of making YouTube to be less free and, of course, putting so much law restrictions by COPPA and eventually just trying to make it safe for the kids and for the money as well. You know what? I have enough of this. You know what, Daffy?
I definitely agree for what you said. About what? The fact that you're just saying, remember when Plush videos used to be, of course, a thing that most users really care about? They're like, oh, the Plush YouTubers, the Plush community. That's a really great community. I love being a part of it. But now here we are. It's slowly dying. In 2020, it probably might be the death of it because most Plush content creators are quitting. People have lost interest in them. Some people might even say like, oh, I just loved Plush videos when I was a kid, but since I'm older, I can just care less about it. But it's exactly like how the way that I was with Andy, and the same thing with Bonnie, is the fact that most of these, of course, kids and humans, they eventually grow up and they eventually just get tired about it and then just go straight to adulthood. Like, there's gonna be some new changes, and now I just feel like it's getting worse.
Yeah, first we gotta say goodbye to our friends like Buzz, Grumpy, and Sonic, and now does that mean we have to say goodbye posting videos now? And now we have to follow the guide restrictions?
I don't know, Daffy, but do you have any bright ideas to fix this? I mean, I still want to make Plush videos, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, it just really concerns me by saying, like, there's going to be so much restrictions, and the comments will be gone, and everything about the YouTube, of course, features that the fans and the viewers will be watching, it's all going to be gone.
I know exactly what to do, and if you realize this means war.
And why would you want to declare war for this, Daffy, instead of just making it a treaty piece?
You see, Woody, the thing is, you remember back then on September 20th, 2019, everyone was planning to raid Area 51 to save every alien living creature that's been hiding by the base if there's any?
Yes I do. And what is that to bring you up?
Well, I'm thinking for January 1st, 2020, we must raid and storm YouTube headquarters and even COPPA headquarters. Like, we need to make a riot and a protest outside by, of course, not accepting these changes and, of course, completely just made, like, the setting for audience settings that are made for kids. Make sure YouTube and COPPA eventually get along, and then every content user is really happy.
I see what you're doing, Daffy, but it's just impossible. I'm not sure how are we gonna solve this.
None of you will ever solve this problem.
What the? Constantine?
What do you want from us? And how did you get inside the house?
You guys keep unlocking the door,
But you haven't locked the windows. So, you heard about this new policy change, huh?
Ah, yes, and as a matter of fact, I'm the one who's responsible for starting it in the first place.
What do you mean it was you that started it all?
You remember this?
Oh no. Did you got yourself another time watch?
Yes. Once when the doctor leave eventually to handle his own business, when Sonic and the rest of his friends are playing to stop them on his own, I decide to look for one of his prototypes. And now, since you try to stop me when I'm about to take down your channel and even your creators will for right now, since I eventually just made the lawsuit an ambush in the COPPA headquarters, all of your channels will be doomed and will be under the children's category. So you better say goodbye to all of your fans and everything that you love about this channel.
Oh, you're gonna regret this, you slimy green bastard! Yeah! Yato! He's despicable.
Well, Daffy, we already know it's Constantine's plan all along, and I know exactly what to do this. We need to tell everyone in the sleepover. Come on, let's go!
Yeah, I definitely agree. Oh, hello. Sorry, of course, by putting this long rant video. We just want to point out our complaints about the YouTube policy things. And if we're gonna continue our channel, we're gonna do the best we can. For right now, after this video, we have 2 more videos to make. Probably one like during Thanksgiving break, and even our second one for the Christmas special. And of course, we have no other choice but to continue our content. We're gonna find other ways outside of YouTube to continue, because like what Woody says, he's not giving up on this channel, what changes that we have to do. So thank you all for watching. Now I gotta go along with Woody, tell the rest of my friends, and stop Constantine about the YouTube policies once and for all. Duck Dodgers to the rescue!